Hello, welcome, Pocket Watch here, and it's about time for another episode of Gore Screaming Show. Okay, so really fast, let's just go to the episode, because I don't know if I will stitch the beginning of this episode to the previous one or not. Because we're about to send our regards to Aoi, or at least see what other people in this house, I guess, are going to do. And yeah, I don't know if I will stitch this or not, so might be very short recording session for me. So anyway, let's just go. Let's see. What kind of respect are they going to pay to Aoi? Never make an attempt to give this is your last respects, yeah. He then reverently opened the door at the casket top where the deceased's face would be. The people sitting at the front approached the casket one after another. Along the way they handed a white chrysanthemum flower, which they placed inside the casket.
お金がなかったからこの葬儀も葬儀社で一番安いバッグらしいわよ。
Okay, they're still going on with this.
みすぼらしいわ。みすぼらしいのね。でもそんなどうしようもない女の子にはお似合いね。
Unable to put up with the viral any longer, Kyoji raises his voice. Who's been talking all this time? He's angry. Who is it? Who's been saying all those nasty things? He raises his voice, but as expected, no one reacts. It's so frustrating, he clenches his fists. Why is everyone keeping quiet when there are people saying such terrible things? And Mama got crazy, yeah. And Aoi mother keeps laughing and cracking madly. This room is full of what should be adults with common sense. Why doesn't someone stop her? He feels like he's been shown some kind of strange modern play. Or no, more like he's forced to participate in one. Yeah, this is all the Gore thing. The eeriness in the air makes him break into a cold sweat, but he can't bring himself to flee. And as he looks around, the line leading to the casket gets shorter. It's Kyoji's turn. A young woman's hands him a flower. He's afraid to look inside the coffin. Just what state was Aoi related to the rest? Yeah, that's another thing. If they got the body from the explosion, that might be pretty messed up. Even at this point, no one of this feels real. He can't manage a single tear. Even if the contents of the Gore puppet show were real, even so, he can't bring himself to hate Aoi for that. She looked so hard. And even though she meant that much to him, he can't cry for her. The last person standing in front of the casket silently walks away. Not a single footstep is heard. Yep, this is definitely paranormal. The hand in which Kyoji has the chrysanthemum starts to tremble. He can only hope he doesn't find Aoi in there. Spurring his shaking legs on, Kyoji takes a step forward, only to be rendered speechless. Why? Oh? That's creepy as fuck. Why the teddy bear is here? I guess like if you don't have the body, then you use like some belonging or something. But that's creepy as fuck actually. Holy shit. Okay. The teddy bear Kyoji gifted her looks up at Kyoji nonchalantly from inside the casket. Why? What about Aoi? Where's Aoi? At Kyoji's whisper, everyone around him replies at once. What the fuck?
かわいい死に顔でしょ。素敵な死に顔でしょ。
Nothing makes sense, yeah. You, what are you all saying? Where's Aoi? The portrait deceased of Aoi More's face. So why isn't Aoi in the coffin? Does everyone else see the teddy bear as Aoi? Kyoji's hand unconsciously goes to the mirror in his pocket. Huh? Hi? Kyoji can believe what he's seeing. So he sees Aoi in the reflection? Like he looks in the mirror and he sees a reflection of Aoi? For a split second, he sees our image, feel it across it. And she has an anxious expression, markedly different from the one in her portrait. The Buddhist priest pushed Kyoji out of the way.
葵ちゃんかわいそうにああ葵ちゃん葵ちゃんなんてかわいそうなのかしら
Is she a witch from Minako? People cry out in lament, their voices flat and monotonous. The place becomes stuffy from all the people huddling together. What is this? What's going on here? Okay. Akane and Kika are here as well. Okay. Whatever you say, Gore. Okay. Kyoji jolts up, hearing someone speaking to him from behind. Akane and Kika are among the attendants. Kyoji feels relief wash over him for a second, but he's soon overcome by an inexplicable sense of dread. When did you two show up? Yeah? The two of them expressionlessly watch the coffin being carried away. This is weird. All of this is weird. Kyoji stumbles back once, then another step. His steps grow gradually faster. He wants to run away from here as fast as he possibly can. Alarm bells ring his mind, like tens of thousands of bugs are all flying off in a buzz all at once. He breaks into a run. Quickly he wants to get away from here, quickly, and go somewhere normal. After running for a while, he turns a corner and throws another glance to the direction of our house. What the hell is that? A large pillar of light. What? It's rising up into the sky, shooting through the house roof. Is that some kind of performance for the funeral? Wait, didn't he hear about this somewhere before? A pillar of light shooting up in the sky, and... Did we hear that before? I cannot tell. It feels like he's on the cusp of remembering, but he can't quite manage it. I don't know as well, Kyoji. I don't remember. Did anyone mention this before in the game? Should I remember this? Can you let me know in the comments? Or it wasn't said, actually. He runs as hard as he can, and when he reaches the familiar road to school, his knees gives away. None of this makes sense. Even Akane and Kika acted weird. No, hold on. What was Akane even doing there? Didn't the Salman say she's in a hospital far away? Yeah. Or what? Did she come to attend to the funeral? But even when the funeral was like that? Kyoji grips the mirror in his pocket. Huh? Kyoji squats down. He can see someone's leg reflected in the water bottle, a girl's shoe, and a long ankle. But when he blinks, it's gone. Looks around, but there's no one there. Am I starting to go crazy too? Kyoji cradles his head and walks away unsteadily. His legs carry him to school on autopilot. He goes in, hanging onto the small sliver of hope that maybe he'll find some semblance of normality and peace in there. So, he saw the leg in the puddle of water, so basically it's not a mirror world, it's like a world of reflections or something. So he probably sees can see Aoi in any surface that can reflect stuff. That's probably why Kyoji was able to see through Yuka possessing Akane's body by looking into her eyes, because it reflected Akane back into his eyes and then Yuka back to her eyes, or something like that. Maybe? Any reflection? Really? Since the classes are in session, the school halls are silent. He's torn between anxiety and his desire to hold on to hope. The corridors are completely empty. He can't even hear the teachers giving their lectures. Even as he approaches his classroom, that doesn't change. it's even more silent than the funeral was. So he's still trapped in Gore illusion, and the problem is that we cannot escape because we don't have a pendant. He stands in front of the door to the classroom, hesitating. The thought occurs to him that maybe he should at least put on his uniform before he showed up. Who knows what the teacher might say if he goes inside in his casual clothes. But then again, he can come up with any number of excuses. And right now, nothing's scarier than being alone. Kyoji pulls the sliding door open. Okay. The moment he does, the noise hits him. Okay, that's fairly normal here. The class is full of noise. But it was so silent just a second ago. Is my hearing going bad? It's either that, or his sanity. Noticing Kyoji, Shinta hurries over to him.
どうしたんだよ、教授、その格好。またスイマーに文句つけられるぞ。それに、ずいぶん遅いじゃん。
Okay, this is fairly normal. You reproduced this pretty well, Gore. Unless your influence, like, cannot reach this classroom for some weird reason. It's good old normal Shinta, Kyoji replies, a bit confused. Yeah, stuff happened? What about class?
知らない。急に自習になってさ。な、そんなことより
Okay.
聞いたか。西森神社の上にあった洋館が爆弾で吹っ飛んだって話。
Yeah, that was all over the
それっ
news.
てゆかちゃんの家のことだよな。あの子、今日は朝からみんな
Wait,
ことばっかり話
hold on a second. Wait. Shinta, how the fuck do you know about Yuka? Okay, this is sus. We never told Kyoji, Shinta about Yuka, right? If I remember correctly. Can you remind me? Can you remind me, please, do so? I'm pretty sure we never said to Shinta about Yuka.
ジンノ君、ちょうどよかったわ。
Kika approaches him, smiling warmly.
先生から柏木さんが入院している病院を聞いたの。しばらくはお見舞いを控えろって話だったけど、せめて手紙でもと思って。
Okay. Kika hands Kyoji a folded up piece of stationery paper. Also, yeah. Teach about hospitals in his shoes. Yeah, the teacher is probably Gore, and he's just like hiding Akana or something. Kika hands Kyoji a folded piece of paper, yeah.
住所。ジンノ君、幼馴染でしょ。手紙を書いたら喜ぶんじゃないかしら。
Okay, so sending letters, but we have an address, so why not check her out?
どうかな。教授が手紙出したら怒って病状が悪化したりして。
あら、ひどい。
The two of them exchange a glance and smile. Everything looks so normal. What about Aoi? I mean, where's Namiki?
今日はお休みみたいね。
連絡がないって朝スイマーが言ってたよな。
Okay. That's normal, I guess. Because she just like gone missing recently. That's why I thought like police should like search for her. And the funeral was like, what the fuck?
Huh?
What about funeral? Yeah. Shinta and Giga exchange glances.
葬式って？
I went to Namiki house earlier and they were holding her funeral, right, Misono-san? You were here there too, right? Two of them exchange glances again.
さん言ったの？
ううん、まさか。
Yeah, okay, so maybe Gore cannot influence this classroom for some reason.
だよな。ずっと授業に出てたもんな。それに大体並木の葬式って何のことだよ。並木休んでるだけだろ。
それにもし万が一よ、並木さんが亡くなってたとしたら、安藤先生。
Shinta taps Kyoji on the head, on the back.
おいおい、しっかりしろよ教授。妙な夢でも見たんじゃねえの？
I know, I'm sure I... Kika brings a finger to her lips and crooks her head.
葬儀に出席したのね。おかしな話ね。放課後、私たちみんなで並木さんと
Maybe?
しましょうか。
I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but maybe? Shinta
そ
nods.
うだな。教授が確かに見たって言ってんだし。
I'm still weirded out about Shinta talking about Yuka. I'm pretty sure we never told him about Yuka. I might be wrong. I might not remembering it. So, if you can tell me in the comments if we ever said to Shinta that we actually went to the house and we met like girl named Yuka or something similar, just mentioning Yuka in any kind, just let me know. Because I think we never said this to him. But I might just don't remember it, and this information is changing perspective of what I think, basically. So that's going to be very valuable information. Neither of them is altogether denying what he says. That alone is enough to make Yoji feel a bit relieved. Yeah, right. Thanks, guys.
何言ってんだよ。教授が素直に礼なんか言うとなんか気持ち悪いや。
じゃあ放課後になったらすぐに荷物を。
あ、先生が来た。
Some voice fills the classroom. His classmates. Oh god. Okay, never mind. Gore can influence this room. Holy shit. Hi, eyeballs. His classmates, which were spread out across the room, hurry back to their seats. Kyoji does the same and heads for his seat, but when he looks at the teacher's podium, he renders speechless for umpteenth time that day. Standing at the teacher's podium is Ando, except he's different. He's taller than usual, and while it's certainly Ando's face, is that a mask? Someone's wearing what looks like a death mask fashioned after Ando's face is standing at the teacher's podium. Kyoji looks around the classroom. No one else seems to think there's anything strange about this. This is also very weird. Like, why Kyoji is the only one that is like not really affected, you know? And he's not like tricked, basically. I guess like Gore just like letting him know about what's going to happen, like he's like specific target, and like, hey, you know, I'm going to show everyone this, but you are the only one who's going to see through for some reason, you know? I so want to know what like Yuka and Gore plan. Like, what's the deal? Yuka also mentioned someone I forgot the name. What was that? Like, Yukun or something like that? I forgot the name or the pseudonym or whatever that was. But yeah, this person also, we never saw this person. What's the deal? Like, what's the correlation with Kyoji there? Kika and Shinta are sitting in their seats, their eyes fixed forwards as always. Kyoji shudders. It takes all his mental fortitude not to burst into tears. He must be going crazy now. After all, either his head or his eyes must be fried somehow. Okay, speaking fairly normal. Okay. Ando speaks up, but his lips aren't moving. In fact, not a single one of his facial muscles so much as twitches. So, Ando is dead, right? Ando points at Kika. Okay, why you call her like that? We did not interact with her at all. What the... What? Why? What? How she's trying to seduce us? Ando briskly walks over to Kika. What is happening? What? Why are we targeting Kika now? Okay, I'm confused as fuck. Kika stares at Ando blankly. Under Ando moving lips, the one behind the mask opens his mouth wide. That mouth is wide enough to swallow Kika head whole. The inside is crimson red and lined with closely packed yellowy teeth. The tongue is bluish in color. Plus, it's not a mask. It's too fleshy to be a mask. And it has a flesh-colored cross-section too. It has some fibers he can't recognize, dangling from it, dripping with blood. Kyoji can only stare at it, transfixed. And though Ando stands there, pausing long enough for him to see everything in stout detail. Finally, he lunges at Kika and sinks his teeth into her. What the fuck? Huh? Kyoji jumps to his feet, kicking his chair away, and then freezes up. Every pair in class is fixed on Kyoji, including Kika, who's smiling amidly at him. Okay, we are going crazy. We are having like fucking like bad dreams trips. Like, what did we eat? Like, did Yoshiki gave us something weird in the morning on like breakfast? Did we ate something that like causes like hallucination? What the fuck? What? Did Kyoji fall asleep? And that was just a sleep dream? Like horror? Maybe? Or Gore is just like fucking with us right now. Ow.
神野くん、アクションスターになった夢でも見たのかね。
Ando's being Ando, okay.
君らしいことだね。
Ando clicks his tongue, his expression quite irritated. Huh? Huh?
遅刻、私服登校、居眠り。
Yeah, so he was asleep.
君は実にいいゴミ分だな。
Kyoji feels all tension drain from his body. Even Ando virtual sarcasm feels comforting at this point. He fell asleep, it was a dream. Though he doesn't know when the dream began. Yeah, exactly. What the fuck, Kika? What is happening? Kika chuckles at him. Kyoji turns to look at her with a sheepish smile. But there's our sock puppets sitting on Kika's hands. What? What the? Where's Kika?
どうしたのジンノくん。
Hi, Gore. What? You sound and look perfectly normal here. Outside of the apparently sock puppets on your hands. What the fuck? Okay, this episode is like bad trip. Holy shit.
居眠りしたんだ。夕べは寝不足だったからね。
What? There's something clinging to Kika's pretty hair. It drizzles down on her pale face.
どうしてジンノくんが寝不足なのかしら。それはね、夜遅くまでエッチなことをしていたからさ。そうなんだ。
Okay, so we're referencing Aoi in the mansion. Yeah, okay. What do you want? I thought like if we lose basically the girl that is for like going after Kyoji, then Yuka will like let us like go, or just like I mean not let us go, but like not influence world in general, but just like go for Kyoji for some reason. But she's like still influencing other people and messing up with them. Why? Red drips all over her face. A dark reddish fluid. It trickles down, forming long streaks, painting Kika's face crimson. A grass pink mass. Flabby lump of flesh, covered in reddish veins. Drip, drip, drip from her head. Kika's pale blonde hair starts falling off. Pieces of her scalp, with hair still sticking to them, cling to her cheeks like wet fabric. Blood runs non-stop from the peak of her white, exposed skull. Between cracked, shattered bones, Kyoji can see beads of the same mass clinging to her cheek. Kika's head is split open, gradually melting away. What is happening? Like, Kyoji have seriously bad trip. What the hell? Her brain and the white bones of her neck are exposed. Small fragments of flesh splash over the floor, as if somebody had split out half-eaten pieces of metal. The stench is unbearable. The stench of blood mixed in with what smells like saliva. Smelling it makes vomit climb all the way up to his mouth, but Kyoji forces himself to keep it down. And she... Oh. So I was right, we never heard about Yuka from Shinta, right? Right? I hope I will let you see this in the comments if I actually said to Shinta ever about Yuka. Because I'm still curious if I was right about being suspicious there or not. Shinta stands next to Kika. He's acting like nothing wrong, scratching his head with a smile.
教授ってそうだったんだ。そんなことしてたから遅くなったんだ。
Great. There's a puppet on Shinta hand too. Puppets of himself and Kyoji.
やらしいな。がっかりだな。教授はそんなことしないと思ってたのにな。
The metallic stench gets even stronger. The blood overflowing from Kika heads reaches Kyoji's feet, lapping at him like a snake tongue. Leaping, sorry. Kyoji looks around the class, but everyone is staring at him, with puppets on their hands. This is so fucked up. Kyoji let out a silent scream. He turns around and bolts out of the classroom.
無駄逃げても無駄なんだよ
Yep, and now we have Yuka. Yeah, and we do not have Pendant. We cannot escape really this. A sweet voice whispers into his ear. Also, Yoshiki cannot even help us at this point as well because he don't have a pendant. There's like slim chance of Yamiko maybe coming back to school to talk to like principal or something maybe. For some reason. Kyoji bellows in fear, but the whisper in his ear. The breath tickling against his earlobe. They blot out the sound of his own scream. He sprints down the corridor, stumbling, sprinting out of the school with his indoor shoes on. He grasps for breath, looking back as he runs.
一緒にお葬式
No! Go away! Kika voice alone keeps chasing him. He's so scared, he feels like he might choke. This is Kika's familiar voice, but that just makes it all the more terrifying. What the fuck? He runs through the school gate, but where would he even go next? Does he just keep running blindly like this? Run where? As Kyoji looks left and right, wondering where he should go, a silver grey car comes hurtling towards him with a speed that bluntly ignores the speed limit. Okay... Yoshiki? But on the other hand... he does not have a pendant? Unless he went to Yamiko, took the pendant and now he's like coming here. I wonder like why he sees this anyway. Like, how does Yoshiki know if this is actually Yoshiki? Okay, because I... okay, I should just read. But how the Yoshiki can like... if this is Yoshiki, then how can... or whatever person, it might be Yamiko actually, because you have a pendant. Maybe if you have a pendant, then you can see the illusions, basically. So... yeah, like, Yamiko could see this, like, light from, like, house of Aoi and then realize something is wrong or something and talk to Yoshiki. And then they went together to the school, maybe, something like that. Oh well. Wow. As Kyoji sinks to the sidewalk, the car pulls over with a shriek, squealing on the brakes. The door on the driver's seat sits open. Oh, it's Yoshiki, okay. So how do you know that this stuff happened? How are you aware of that? I felt like this reality changing is like a bubble, and no one knows what's happening inside. But Yoshiki can see this from outside? I felt like in the mansion he just accidentally... like, stumbled upon this, you know? Like, he came to investigate and then he was like, oh, I cannot pass this. This is the illusion, so I have to, like, use the pendant to go through. But here, he just, like, ran through with the car. Why? How? Unless this is, like, the huge area and he got blocked somewhere outside of the school when he was, like, around. And then he realized what's happening. And then he went to Yamiko, took the pendant, took the car, and just, like, drive in. Maybe that's the case. Old man. With the sunglasses, Kyoji sees the glint in his eyes. Hard glint. The old man's saying. Kyoji in intuition tells him that much. Yeah. He hops to his feet, reinvigorated. He hurries over to the passenger side, opens the door as Yoshiki unlocks it, and pretty much rolls into the vehicle. The car immediately speeds away from the school. I'm safe. Every inch of his body cries out in jubilation. Finally freed from such extreme stress, he starts shivering. He sucks in air desperately, realizing that he's been holding his breath all this time. Okay? So... School is taken over. As Kyoji catches his breath, he asks Yoshiki, who driving with his usual expressionless face. What are you doing at my school? Yeah, that's a good point. That's what I'm wondering as well.
極限状態に陥ったら人間は誰しも慣れた場所に行きたくなる。マンションに帰ってこないからには学校だろうと思ってな。
Oh, so you were just looking for him, okay. Yoshiki's voice is almost irritatingly calm. By contrast, he just saw Kyoji completely panicked. The realization makes Kyoji a little frustrated. What was going on? You must have noticed something was wrong and came to school, right?
なんか気づいたも何も。
Keeping one hand on the steering wheel, Yoshiki lighted a cigarette with the other.
家を出てしばらくしてテレビや外の動きがめちゃくちゃになった。おかしいことに謎すぐに気づいたさ。
Everyone. It's not just a school, like everyone went crazy. Okay. So, Gore can influence way more than I thought. It's not just like some kind of area. He can like actually influence people all around the city?
それからいろいろあってな。まあいい、後にしよう。それよりひどい顔だな。何があった？
Kyoji briefly explains what happened after he left the house. He tells him about Aoi's funeral, the strange conversation he heard there, and how no one seems to react. About the metal beer placed in the casket, about the pillar of light he saw on the way of Aoi's house. And then he told him about what happened in school, about Kika being eaten, and Ando, about the puppets. As Kyoji finished talking, Yoshiki crushes his cigarette into the ashtray on his dashboard and purses his lips tightly. Hey, do you know what's going on here? Yoshiki answers with a sigh.
俺にも全てが分かっているわけじゃない。ただ俺が間違いを犯したことは確かに。
Yeah, you didn't check if Yuka is actually dead. And you let Gore help her. He was even like talking like this in the mansion, you remember? He was like, hey, your mistress is there lying on the ground. She probably needs your help. Yoshiki, you just like said this. And it's like... It's suggesting that Gore can clearly help Yuka survive. Why would... I mean, okay, there was like priority of like helping Kyoji out, I guess. So he needed Gore to go away. Okay. But still, come on. Kyoji feels anxiety still in his heart. As the vehicle drives... Oh shit. Okay, hi, Gore again. The eyeballs are back. As the vehicle drives along a winding mountain road, Kyoji looks through the back window. He can see the white school building. The red sky hangs over it, far too red to be called sunset. And just as mate turn and the school goes out of the sight, Kyoji gets the feeling. He sees the same pillar of light that shot up from our house appeared over the school. Okay. That's the second one. What is the pillar of light? Did I saw it? As they drive along the pass, Yoshiki tells him with indifferent tone what happened before he drove over to school. He noticed the abnormalities shortly after Kyoji left the house and went to investigate the mansion ruins. The police were inspecting the scene, but they were acting very strange. The officers were throwing shards of flesh and rubble between each other like beanbags. Okay, yeah, that's definitely weird.
野獣馬たちもそれを止めようとしない。全員が声を上げて笑いながら
Yeah,
たちがやることを見ていた。
that's not normal. The heck? Yoshiki smiles bitterly.
その後俺は館の焼け残りを調べようとしたんだが、それまで遊んでいた警官たちも俺の方をじっと見ていた。その全員が仮面をつけているように見えた。
Yeah, pretty much, just like Ando. Masks.
喋っても唇が動かない。瞬き一つ。
Yeah, like Salman. The weird scene in the classroom comes back to his mind. Ando's face, which looked too far alive and real to be a mask, and how he was so swollen flesh and fat covered in blood clothes in the cross section. Kyoji closes his eyes and shakes his head, banishing that image from his mind. After that, Yoshiki left the mansion ruins. No one chased him.
追わないということは逃げられないとあちらが思っているからね。
Yeah, seems like it. Yeah, maybe. A heavy silence hangs over the car. Kyoji speaks up, hoping to dispel it. So what do we do next? Where are we headed?
この現象が影響している範囲を調べて
Yeah, that's a very good idea. I'm with Yoshiki on this one. Because it's way larger than I thought. Just go outside of the city as far as you can. We need to know when we can be safe. And then we can come back to like save others and stuff. Also, Yamiko should be fairly safe, right? Because she has the pendant. Kyoji doesn't understand what he means. Yoshiki continues indifferently.
周囲で起こっていることなのかそれとも呉人町で起こっていることなのか中心点はどこでどこまで影響が
Yeah. If this is happening only like around you too, then basically staying in the city is like having all other people being the victims and hostages basically. So if you go outside of the city, then this only affects you too, and you can maybe somehow do something. Maybe kind of. Maybe Yamiko can find you somehow. You can figure it out just by driving around. Yoshiki points at the odometer.
車を走らせてもう10キロ近く走っている
Okay.
この山を出ている頃の間だがさっきから同じ道を何度も走っているほらあの看板
Oh. So it's like a loop. They're like, okay, so this reality is like inside. Yeah, it's like never ending. Yoshiki turns the steering wheel suddenly. Whoa. The seatbelt digs into Kyoji's flank, and he almost throws up. Old man, you're gonna make a turn, say so.
こちらからこの空間を脱出するのは無理だというのが分かったな一度
Yeah. Don't ignore me. Yoshiki turns the car around and drives in the opposite direction, like nothing happened. So, are we gonna have to drive 10 kilometers along the same road to get back to town? No, because we just drove so long to just check if this is like repeating or not. And as we know, it is. So yeah, no, it's like a kilometer or something probably.
おそらくそうはならんだろう
How come? Yeah, not very bright. Yoshiki says nothing, but true to his word, in just 10 minutes they got back to the road leading to the school. The school is completely silent. The pillar of light Kyoji saw earlier is gone. Okay. What's triggering the pillar of light? And what does it mean? In the back of his mind, he thinks back the endless staircase Aoi and him walked down in Yuka Mansion. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. The situation is very similar to that. The whole town is like Yuka Mansion. It didn't take long to get from school to the downtown area. It's shopping district, same as Kyoji remembers it. At the time of day, there would be a good deal of traffic, as people would be driving home, but despite this, not a single car is driving by. But instead, twice as many people are as usual are standing on the sidewalk. As they pass in by the car, every single one of them turns their head to stare at them. Kyoji huddles into the passenger seat, trying to make himself as small as possible. He hates to admit it, but he's terrified. I mean, you are just a teen, like, come on, like, of course. Like, anyone would be really scared. Like, Yoshiki is just like an exception because he's fighting Yuka forever right now, like for 2 years. But yeah, it's like pretty freaking terrifying. No wonder he's terrified. Never before he felt so afraid of just being looked at.
どうやらこの辺り全体がおかしくなっているのは確かなようだ
Yoshiki speaks calmly. None of this comes to him as a surprise, it seems. Why do you think just the two of us are still normal?
俺に関して言うならおそらく石のせいだ
Because of the stone? Okay, but... Yamiko has the stone. Stone?
朝俺が夢川に渡していたペンダントの石だあれは岩の
Okay.
石で俺はあれに長く接していたそれがおそらく体勢を作っているんだ
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Okay, guess kinda makes sense. I can go with this, yeah, sure. But why Kyoji have the resistance then? Why Kyoji sees this? That's then my concern. Kyoji doesn't really get it, but it's probably like some kind of vaccine.
お前はわからん。
Yeah, like what the fuck?
お前にご執心のようだ。
Yeah.
そのあたりが何か関係している
Uh-huh.
かもしれん。
We need to discover this. This is so weird. Do we have some kind of weird past with her? Come on, she's 80 years old, right? Something. No, wait. She's like, I don't know, like somewhere about Yamiko age. Kyoji is just a teen. Like they could not meet before, unless they meet like in her later like years. I don't know. What the fuck? Ah. But I think Kyoji is just like being a target, so she's like in specific not targeting him with these illusions. I mean targeting him, but like not affecting his mind. So he's normal. Koji doesn't really understand this either. He doesn't even want to admit that Yuka obsessed with him. But sure enough, he said it loud and clear in the mansion. I want Kyoji. Yeah, she said it, yeah. Yoshiki continues moving on from that topic.
そのあたりは些細なことかもしれんな。このあたりでおそらく俺たち二人だけが正常だということだ。
And Yamiko. Yamiko has dependent right now, so she's normal too as well, probably.
あちらから見ればおかしくなっているのは俺たちの方なのかもしれん。
Might be, yeah. You think?
あいつらは自分たちがおかしくなっているとは思ってはいる。
Koji carefully sneak a look at the town through the window. They pass through the main street, but the people standing here and there are all staring at the car with abnormally rapt attention. This is clearly strange. It feels like their path is blocked. How are they supposed to make it out of this? Hey, what do we do?
わからんな。ただ基本的な方針はいくつかだった。
Okay. Experience comes to play, huh?
誰とも
Like what?
接触するな。どうしても接触する必要がある場合には周囲に合わせろ。異端となる行動を取るな。
Yeah, this is not happening. Kyoji is way too impulsive. He will not be able to do what the people are doing. And yeah, like if someone like randomly will just throw you chunk of meat to throw and play, yeah, I don't think you would react normally to this, you know? And I mean, you would react normally, but not as normal as they would like to you. Okay.
簡単なことだ。さっきの群れに混じるなら、お前も周りの人間と同じようにポカンと口を開けて俺の車を見送ればいい。周りの連中がクソを食い始めたら、お前も合わせて食え。
Okay. Yeah, that's what I said. Like, nope. Kyoji drops his shoulders dejectedly. Pretty gross examples there, old man.
そのくらいの覚悟をしろということだ。それでどの程度の役に立つかはわからんがな。
Yeah. What if we are going to eat some people? Yeah, that's a problem as well. This doesn't exactly inspire confidence. But sure enough, standing out in the middle of the crowd does sound like a scary idea.
そう暗い顔をするな。ついでだ。お前の行きたい場所に連れて行ってやろうか。
Okay. Yoshiki-don is usually kind, but he has a pained smile on his lips. Koji must really look depressed. Koji replies in sulking tone. So, you say you will give me a ride, but you don't even know if we can get there.
どうだろうな。もしかしたら行きつけるかもしれんぞ。何しろ敵は気まぐれ。
Okay. Pickle, huh? But said that, he can't come up with any idea in particular. As he crosses his legs, pondering what to do, he hears the rustle of paper coming from his right pocket. Ah. Koji takes out a slip of paper from his pocket. Kika gave this to him. It's the address to a hospital Akanazin. Okay. Okay. Okay, this might be a good idea. This is our own, okay. This is bad idea, but this is our only clue, really. Because it was given to us by Kika, who's been like influenced by Yuka and Gore already. So this address holds something terrible inside. And it's not going to be Akane, it's going to be something else. It's probably like... Okay, maybe hospital is the new mention for Yuka. Maybe Yuka is just like inside the hospital. It's like the simplest thing I can think about. Think we can go there? Still driving, Yoshiki glances at the paper. Neighboring town. In a pretty remote location, actually. I think this address is pretty far from the main road. Well, I guess we can go there since we can get out of town. Kyoji sighs and closes his eyelids. The idea popped up. So he just said it in the case. But he didn't really think they could make it. Nor did he really want to go there. Yeah, if this is all planned, just the way we wanted to go was game over, but what if they want us to go to the hospital? Yeah. The car brakes. It's riding pretty low, so they get the feeling of the full impact of the brake. Huh? Wait, already? Holy shit. All they needed is just like to think, hey, we need to go to the hospital, and they are there. Wow. Kyoji sticks to the car window and peers outside. The sun has long since set, and in the darkness he can see a neon sign bearing the name of the hospital written in the paper Kika gave him. They get out of the car and enter the hospital. And what's inside, we're going to see in the next episode. Wow, this episode been a trip. Holy crap. I have no idea what's happening. What are the pillars of light? Why they want them to go to a hospital? Next episode is going to be insane. I'm telling you now, this is going to be insane. There's something that Yuka wants them to see or to interact with. There is something. There must be something. It's not going to be a good one. Okay, anyway, thank you everyone for being with me. Leave up a like if you liked the episode. Subscribe if you would like to subscribe and see more of the Gore Screaming Show and other series I make. So yeah, thank you everyone for being with me. And for now, Pocket Watch is going out.